The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
It's game day, baby. It's watch party day, baby. Jets Giants tonight. Let's talk about what we need to see in the Jets' second preseason game of the year. Matt O'Leary will join us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
You keep the f*** out.
There's a number of things that I think about every morning that get me excited about being a part of this job. And plus, I just love what the hell I do. I have to address that. Between me and them, that's all you need to know. Every day, I'm living my dream. If you want to be a winner, not only have to understand how to win, but to understand how to consistently win.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. Will the playoff drought finally end? Kings of the offseason, baby. This is what we do. At least we have Garrett Wilson. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinn Williams. Prepare to be underdogs. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, here on a Saturday. Happy game day, Jet fans. If you want to join us tonight to watch the game all together and have a chance to win some prizes, tickets are still available. Click the link in the description. Click the link that you see in the live chat. Ladies and gentlemen, Jets Giants tonight. Let's go. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the giveaway we're going to do in honor of game day here on the show. End of the stream, your chance to win a Justin Fields jersey. That's right. And holy crap, do we have people already entered in this Asmaniac raffle on game day. Rasta Dread is in for 5. And then Janice Jet already gifted 10 channel memberships. Can you feel the passion from the Jet fans? Let's go.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Let's go. Give me the Jet chant, fireman. And it's game day. Thank you to Rasta and Janice Jet for supporting the show. Austria Jet fan, are we going for a record today on game day? Hey, now, he is in now for 5. What are we playing for?
Hello? You play to win the game.
We're playing for a Justin Fields jersey at the end of the stream. With that said, let's say hello to a good friend of the show. He joins us every week on the program, Matt O'Leary from Matt O'Leary NY. Stops by. Matt, it's game day, baby. Jets Giants tonight. Preseason, Snoopy Bowl, nothing like it.
Things you love to see. Hopefully, Calvin Pace comes out of retirement and just knocks the crap out of Eli Manning. Just always good memories from this game.
Man, there's so much to talk about with this game, and I get it, it's only preseason, but I think there's genuine excitement to see the Jets tonight because of how well the number one offense and the number one defense looked against the Packers starters last week at Lambeau.
Yeah, without a doubt, right? And I think the assumption is that the first team guys are going to play more in this game than they did in week 1 of the preseason against the Packers. And, I'm sure we'll get into guys that we're keeping an eye on tonight, but hard not to get excited about, the first team offense and seeing them get to work for a second week in a row.
As far as this game tonight, Matt, what is the biggest thing you personally would love to see happen from a Jet standpoint?
Yeah, so not a really out there answer. I feel like this is going to be a pretty common one, but the offensive line of the starters, and seeing how they hold up against this Giants defensive line. I think, going up against them in joint practice on Tuesday and Wednesday, we saw Abdul Carter and Brian Burns really do some damage on this offensive line. And, that's to be expected. I think the Giants front is one of the better in the NFL. And I think it's a really good test for, these young players, especially Olu Fashanu and Armand Membu, the rookie right tackle. The Jets are sporting a young tackle duo that we're all really excited about, but I think it's, going to be really a good showcase to just see how far along they've come early in their career.
A big question with this game is going to be just how long do we see the Jets play their starters? For those who missed it, Aaron Glenn was asked what the plan is, and this is what he said.
What's the plan for Saturday, AG, in terms of starters?
The plan is the plan. That's the plan. Next question.
The plan is the plan. So, Matt, what do you think personally the plan is for the starters later?
Yeah, I'm thinking like roughly a quarter, maybe, right? Like the offense only got the first drive. I believe the defense got two, if memory serves correct, last week. I think they get a little bit more than that. Usually this the third preseason game next week is now like the fourth game where pretty much nobody plays. But at the same time, with Aaron Glenn and his new staff, we don't really know how he's going to treat it just yet. So maybe they end up playing next week too. And that's really more of the tune-up. But I would anticipate maybe roughly a quarter for both the offense and defense. Circumstances might impact this too. Like, the Jets went right down the field and scored on the first drive. I think, maybe if they went 3 and out or just had a quick possession, they would have gotten another opportunity. So it could be, longer or shorter based on circumstance. But I think a fair expectation is roughly, a quarter of this game.
Comments, questions, super chats. They always will cut the line around here. So we'll get to this one from Jay Burney, who wants to know, who do you think the returners end up being? Gibson, Nguanu, Corley, Edwards. I think this is a wide open competition. This was one of the things I was personally going to ask you about because, Matt, I don't know if you saw some of the buzz this week, but it sounds like Donovan Edwards was getting some opportunities to return punts, return kicks, which maybe makes him more valuable for a potential roster spot. But I think the special teams component to this conversation here with the 53, it could come down to this game tonight, the game against the Eagles next week. So much still undecided there. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely wide open. Honestly, I think it could be any of the guys listed. I'd also like to throw Jamal Pritchett, excuse me. I always butcher that for some reason. Pritchett in the mix as well as a returner. He got some run as a punt returner in this last game. And it's going to be really interesting to see, right? Like, I don't think, going into this second game, there's anyone who's really run away with it. I do think it's interesting that Edwards kind of has been added to that list. I do think he's going to need a special teams role to make this team. I understand he had a great, performance in week 1 against the Packers, and I'd love to see it, and I hope he goes out and repeats it. But if you're going to be like a 4th running back or, a 6th wide receiver or, a little further down on the depth chart, usually you need to have some special teams prowess. And Wanwu, I mean, he had the huge return a year ago for the touchdown against, who was that, Seattle, I think, in that game. So I think he has a good chance, but Gibson and Corley, I kind of feel like they're long shots at this point to end up winning the returner job, but it's still TBD at this point.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We are presented today by FanDuel Sportsbook. Ladies and gentlemen, if you plan on betting on this game later, do it with FanDuel. They'll offer you the best odds for Jets and the Giants. At FanDuel, the Jets are 3.5-point underdogs. So if you want to ride with the Jets and take the 3.5 or any other bet of your choice, FanDuel is the go-to sports book for you to place those bets. I kind of like the Jets getting 3.5 tonight, Matt. I think Glenn's going to have them taking preseason more serious than we see other teams taking because of how young the Jets are. Maybe I'm putting too much stock in the performance last week, but I thought both Martinez and Cook looked solid, representable for preseason quarterback play. So I'll take the 3.5 points with the Jets. I know I got Nick Folk, who was money in practice all week as well.
Yeah, there you go. I love that, especially with the hook, right? Usually at just 3, you could get in push territory, but at 3.5, I think you feel pretty good about it. And like we were just talking about, if we think the starters are going to play a little bit longer this week, then maybe that's an opportunity for them to score some points. But yeah, I don't mind that at all. I might even consider Jets money line if they're 3.5-point dogs too.
Money line Jets. There you go. Preseason football betting analysis. Hey, if you could bet on it, people will. So do it with FanDuel. Shout out to FanDuel for sponsoring today's show. The champ in the house, Mr. Bonesy, who will be at our watch party tonight. He says, my guys I'm watching, Brady Cook, Donovan Edwards, Pritchard, Skinner, Brandon Smith. I think all these guys, for various reasons, are fascinating. In the case of Pritchard, to me, it could come down to him versus, let's say, Xavier Gibson because of the special teams ability on punts and kicks. Pritchard, I think, has a legit chance to make this team. I don't think Xavier Gibson's a lock at all.
No, I don't think Gibson's a lock either. And, for Pritchett, it's not only just the return game. I feel like he's made plays at receiver during camp and, maybe not a ton in the game against the Green Bay Packers last week, But if he has a nice performance, tonight, obviously, I think that would really go a long way for him. So that he is definitely someone to watch. I think all the guys, honestly, that Bonesy listed off are guys we should keep close eyes on.
As far as the offense, in particular, Justin Fields, one thing I really want to see, Matt, I would love to see a Garrett Wilson connection from Fields. It feels like their timing is a little bit off. Garrett didn't play a lot, of course, last week. He didn't have a catch on that opening drive. I'm rocking the G5 jersey right now for Garrett. I'd love to see, a Fields to Garrett completion downfield, kind of show us something with that downfield passing attack.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And the one target that Garrett had, it was a throw that wasn't able to be complete from Justin Fields to Garrett Wilson on like a short out route. That's one you'd probably like to see Justin Fields hit. And, he was really good besides that. Like, I don't want to just harp on, that one play that was an incompletion when he drove right down the field and scored a touchdown, right? But I do want to see that connection get going a little bit. And, hopefully it is something that we see in this game. It's not that long ago, a couple years ago, we saw Garrett Wilson and the Aaron Rodgers connection start going. And we thought that was going to be, something awesome for the future. It didn't turn out that way. But it would be nice to see Garrett Wilson get going. And, with Fields on that first drive, it was a lot of underneath stuff and a lot of check downs. So I agree. It'd be cool to see them try to stretch the field, especially with the receivers.
Super chat from Nick, who says, "Hey, Jake." And then he wrote, "Can't wait to see Mason Taylor." Nick, I hope Mason Taylor plays. I don't see why he wouldn't if he was back out there for the joint practices this week. I'm surprised how quickly he recovered, Matt, from this high ankle sprain, but first practice back, he's making a highlight reel grab from Adrian Martinez throwing the ball downfield. I'd love to see something positive from Mason Taylor later.
Yeah, that is one of the names, and maybe the guy that I'm most excited to watch later on. You said it, I was at joint practice on Tuesday hanging with Ryan and Richie, and we were surprised to see him out there during warmups just because, like you said, a high ankle sprain, usually that takes a couple of weeks to come back from, and it was a short amount of time that he ended up missing, and he's making plays right away, and he's had a strong training camp so far. And I talked about the checkdowns that Justin Fields had on his lone drive, last week. I think some of those Andrew Beck checkdowns could end up being Mason Taylor reps today. And I'm just excited to see what this young kid has. I mean, again, I've been really impressed with him in training camp and just would love to see him in a game situation.
Do you think we see Sauce play tonight, Quinnen play tonight? We know Jermaine won't, but I think the Jets are going to be very careful with anyone who's like dinged up. I don't think we see them tonight.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'd be really surprised if we see Sauce at all the rest of the preseason. Kind of same with Quinnen. I think they're just going to be careful with him. And I totally get that. And I understand it. Like, I don't have any gripes with it. So I would take that same approach as well. I just don't think it's worth it to toss guys out there when, they're rehabbing an injury. Mason Taylor coming off the high ankle, I guess you could make the case for him too, but he's a rookie, right? Like, you kind of already know what Sauce is and what Quinnen Williams is and guys like that. So circumstance a little different there.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching live right now, click that like button. Matt O'Leary is our guest in a special game day weekly spot here. Now, you mentioned Richie from Jets Media. Richie, of course, is going to be a part of our Gangrene Legends cruise. Before I talk about that with you, though, Matt, everyone in the chat is asking the same question. When you were hanging out with our guy, Richie from Jets Media, did you get a Jets Media sticker like Nick Shine did when he hung out with Richie at the Giant joint practice on Wednesday?
I did not get a sticker, but I did have a couple kids essentially climb over the top of me to get stickers from Richie. It was a little emasculating, honestly, but Richie's a great one, man. The people were coming out and we're excited to hang and talk with us. And yeah, a couple people came up to Richie and he gave him stickers, but I was not one of them.
I love this. Rick can at the same time as Dylan. Matt, did Richie give you a sticker? Dylan, did O'Leary get a sticker from Richie? They're saying Richie is basically like the Willy Wonka of Jet content creators, but instead of chocolate and candy, it's Jets Media stickers.
Yeah, I mean, I think he just travels with like 1,500 of them in his pocket because he was just whipping them out, man, and giving them to people. But it was awesome. It was really a fun time getting to hang out and watch Jets practice with those two.
If you want to hang out with Richie and Matt and me and Green Bean and Ryan, perhaps you should consider joining us on the Gangrene Legends cruise next year. We got a special running from now till week 1 of the season, $500 off the cruise if you book before week 1. I know Matt and I are super excited about this. The cruise next year is from May 30th to June 4th. We leave from Jersey. We're going to Bermuda. We got Kevin Mawai, Chris Ivory, Marty Lyons, Bilal Powell, Leon Washington, Jericho Cotry, Sean Ellis, all joining us on the cruise. Plus, you heard me mention the content creators, myself, Ryan, Matt, of course, Richie, Green Bean, Fireman Ed's going to be there. So, Matt, I'm pumped, Matt. I know you were promoting it on your show and your social platforms this week, but I think this is going to be just an incredible, incredible time next year. I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, the one, just from a content perspective, the amount of creators there and former Jets there, like, we're the same age. So those are all the guys we loved growing up watching, getting into this team. So I think that's awesome. And then just, being able to hang out with a bunch of Jets fans on a cruise. And, we were talking with Green Bean and, about hitting the casino and stuff like that. So I think it's going to be an absolute blast. So I would get my ticket now, especially if you could save the $500 off the top until September 7th.
And there's plans available to finance the trip as well. So you don't have to just put all the money up front too to make it more affordable for more people to come. But all the info, I know a bunch of people have questions on what you actually get with the money you pay for the cruise. You get the full cruise experience. And then we have a bunch of events planned every day involving ourselves, Fireman Ed, and of course the players, autograph signings. I'm going to be hosting some panel sessions with these guys. Matt's going to be involved in a lot of that too. So it's going to be awesome. All the info, you see it on the screen there. It's in the description as well. It's cruisewithlegends.com. So check out that brand new site. You could find all the info there. And once again, take advantage because you'll save $500 if you book before week 1 of the Jets season. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Your thoughts on the fact that this week the New York Jets brought in 2 veteran quarterbacks. They didn't sign either one, but C.J. Beathard and Nathan Peterman worked out for the Jets. Are you concerned with Tyrod Taylor's health that they worked out these 2 vets?
Not as much with Tyrod Taylor's health. Honestly, I looked at this with, you kind of just looking at the roster. You have Justin Fields, who's the starter, obviously, and then Adrian Martinez is really the only other healthy quarterback. I think it was Brady Cook got stepped on Tuesday and was limping around a little bit. So to me, this was more of like, hey, we just need another arm for camp and for these preseason games, right? Because, like I mentioned, if, you get to the 3rd preseason game and the starters aren't playing, are you going to go into it and just be like, hey, Adrian, like you're playing the entire game and please don't get hurt because there's no one else that we could toss in there. So, it wouldn't shock me if they did end up signing one of these guys to kind of just hang around for a couple of weeks. It kind of stinks for, Beathard and Peterman because like they really have no chance to make the roster. But of the 2 guys, I'd rather watch CJ Beathard. Nathan Peterman's kind of in that same Tim Boyle tier where you're going, I don't know how he is still in the league. But, it's not a huge deal one way or the other. I'm not going to campaign for Beathard over Peterman and pound the table for it. But, I do think they should consider bringing in one of those guys.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Matt O'Leary is with us here in his weekly spot. We're talking all things Jets. We're previewing tonight's game. Right in the chat who you were the most excited to watch tonight. I think I'm with Matt. For me, I think it's Mason Taylor. And also, I'm going to bring up this comment here because it kind of fits what I wanted to talk about next. I'm excited to see what Tanner Angstrand is going to be calling tonight because I was very encouraged with his first game as the play caller last week. Larry says the biggest X factor of the season will be Tanner Angstrand. He has enough weapons for the Jets to just make the playoffs if used correctly. I am concerned about the wide receiver depth behind Garrett, but I think what's encouraging with this team is if they're coached properly, I think they have enough talent on the O-line and at the running back spot plus Fields to design an offense that can be effective enough if you have the right coaching. And I think so far so good from Engstrand, despite it being very early.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, he's a first-time play caller at the NFL level, so it's a little, unexpected on what we're going to see from him going forward. But, as you mentioned, the early returns looked very good against the Green Bay Packers. I do think the biggest thing for this Jets offense is the offensive line, right? Like we all assume it's going to be a good unit. I think it's one of the strengths of this team. And if they're playing like a top 10 offensive line and they have the rushing attack that I think we know that they could have this year, the passing offense, even if it is a little bit further behind, I think you could still manage like a roughly league average offense. And if that's the case, then yeah, that probably would be enough for them to maybe sneak into a playoff spot. That's not my expectation for this year. And I don't think that's really where fans should be right now, because I think you're potentially setting yourself for another letdown season here. I just want to see some positive growth in year 1, like take a tangible step forward off of a 5-win season. if they go out and win 8 games, it's probably not enough to be a playoff team. But I think we'd all be pretty excited about this coaching staff if in year 1 they're an 8-9 football team.
Reminder, end of the stream, we're giving away a Justin Fields jersey. If you don't win that, we're planning the weekly raffle for Monday's program. Signed Darrelle Revis jersey, signed Nick Mangle jersey, signed Wayne Corbett helmet. So gift memberships, send in super chats for your chance to win all of those prizes. JT wants to see Mason Taylor, the D-line and the O-line versus their D-line. I'm interested in that. I would love to see the Jets O-line look solid tonight. I think in practice it favors a dominant D-line like the Giants are projected to have over the Jets O-line. But I think in an actual game scenario, good coaching, good scheme, you could mask a lot of that. So I want to see how the Jets O-line plays against a very, very good, if not maybe the best in the league, Giants defensive line.
Yeah, that was something I mentioned earlier. You can't really get too much better than the front that the Giants have. And it's a really good test for this young unit. I don't know if in the regular season they're going to be going up against the defensive line that's as strong as this Giants line. So if they could just hold their own, and look, like when you have 2 young tackles, their defensive line is going to win reps, right? You just don't want them to wreck the game. And if they can hold their own, I think it would be a really good sign for this unit going forward.
Sean writes in, if the Jets win 8 to 10 games, I'll be on the cruise.
Let's go. I love it.
Now, Sean, can I ask why 8 to 10? Do you have a bet of so much copious cash that if it hits, you'll be able to afford to go on the cruise? Or you're just holding all of us hostage that you won't go on the cruise unless the Jets go out there and win 8 to 10 games first? Because I want you to know, Sean, Matt and I can't control what the Jets do on the field, but we can control the quality of time you'll have on said cruise.
Exactly. That's like whenever we talk about our group outing for Talking Jets, we haven't seen a win yet, but the tailgate's always fun. So we're always talking about the tailgate, hanging out with everyone before the game. That's always a great time. Can't confirm what's going to happen inside the building once we cross through the security line, but yeah, I'm with you. Maybe he hammered Jets plus 7.5 or over 7.5 as an alternate line.
That could be it. I think that makes a lot of sense here. Let's see. Raymond says, how about no stupid penalties today? Well, I think that'd be great, right? The penalties are going to happen. I get it. The personal foul, Michael Clemens getting into a fight, McCrary ball hitting a guy out of bounds, the stupid stuff that needs to be eliminated. And hopefully they learn from what happened last week. Because if you're going to knock anything from the win a week ago, it was the volume of penalties. But at the same time, I liked seeing Aaron Glenn hold guys accountable immediately and basically be the anti-Robert Saleh when it came to the dumb stuff.
Yeah, I mean, 10 penalties in a game is too many, and that number has to be, a lot lower when they get into the regular season. But you're right, I did like the more animated reaction from him, and he was calling players over. He talked with Clemens. He was getting, I think it was McCurry ball that he was really ripping into on the sideline. And then there was another one, either a false start or some pre-snap penalty on Arian Smith, and he was visibly upset there too. Like, you got to knock that shit out of the way before you get to the regular season, right? Like, I don't think this Jets team is good enough to where they can afford to have silly penalties. It's going to cost them. And, it's been a point of emphasis for this coaching staff from day one, and I think it's still a work in progress.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line jersey giveaway for Justin Fields at the end of the program. Razor says, how confident are you in the interior run defense?
I do think it could be a point of issue for this Jets team, right? And not having Quinnen Williams likely in this game is going to hurt. But, another guy we haven't mentioned yet, Jay Tufele, had a coming out party.
You mean Aaron Donald?
Yeah, exactly. He played like the best defensive tackle of all time. I want to see what he does in this game, see if he has another good one. And yeah, I mean, I think we're just going to be looking at the depth at the interior defensive line and seeing who can step up in that role.
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt O'Leary is my guest. He joins us every week on the show. If you have a question for Matt, you could write it in super chats. We'll cut the line. Let's open up the Gusbuster Umbrella hotline as well. Take some calls as we talk Jets Giants tonight in the Snoopy Bowl. No Rex Ryan to put Mark Sanchez back in the game with third string offensive linemen. So hopefully we don't have any significant injuries in this game later. Let's say hello to Joseph, who was first up today on the show. What's up, Joseph?
Not much. How you guys doing?
How are you, Joseph? What do you got for us?
Oh, I was just going to say I'm going to the Jets cruise, so I'm excited for that.
Awesome, man. make sure you book before the 7th so you get the
Oh, I
discount.
already booked it 2 weeks ago when Matt, Ryan, and Green Bean announced that I'm talking Jets.
Oh, that's awesome, man. That's very exciting.
Yeah, I told my wife, and she's like, "A cruise, really? Jets?" Oh, and I was like, "You'll find other ladies there that want to just get away." So, and then I called my cousin, and he's a Jets fan. I was like, "Yo, dude, there's Jets cruises happening," and he goes, "Dude, I'm taking a cruise 2 weeks prior." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm doing a Caribbean," so I just joined that cruise too. So I'm doing 2 cruises in the month of May. So,
Wow. Good for you, man. That's awesome.
but anyway, I just wanted to say hello. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I just want to say have fun tonight at the watch party, and I appreciate you all doing what you do.
Well, Joseph, if I don't know where you're based out of, but you're more than welcome to come. Tickets are still available if you can.
I used to live in New York, and then I moved to Kentucky. So
you might have to get on a flight right now if you're gonna make it.
Yeah, but it's nice because I only live like 20 minutes from the Bengals Stadium, so I'm actually going to see the Jets for the first time in 4 years. So
Nice.
I'm enjoying it. So, but
That's
you all
awesome.
take care.
Thank you,
Joseph. Thanks for making the call. And I think Joseph might be the first person I know that has actually booked. I know people have told me they're gonna book, but that's awesome. So thanks for supporting the Gangrene Legends cruise, Joseph.
Yeah, like he was saying that, he's bringing his wife. My fiance will be there, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot of, Jets plus ones, and they could group together and do their own thing when we're doing our Jets talk.
More of your calls right now. Michael Levinson's on the line. What's up, Michael?
Hey guys, how you doing? Got a couple of thoughts. On a lighter note, any truth to the rumor that Richie of Jets Media turned his back on a kid at training camp, and he just handed him a sticker? I think Jake, what's his name? Jay Quest said that.
Yep, Jay Quest, Matt. I don't know if you saw this in the show this week. Jay Quest was at the same training camp practice that you guys were at, and he claims that a kid came over to Richie, all excited to meet him, and Richie wasn't enthusiastic enough when he met him. He just handed him a sticker and basically acted like Richie was big timing some kid.
Wow.
I'm like, that doesn't sound like Richie to me.
Yeah, I did see Jay Quest at practice. I can't confirm that. It's not something that I saw. That seems very out of character for Richie to big time.
Yeah. A couple of points I have with this whole Hall thing with the trade. I mean, year 1, he was phenomenal. Then he gets hurt. Year 2, you're coming back. And let's face it, when you're playing with Aaron Rodgers and you're constantly checking out the running play, you don't have a lot of opportunities with him. Yes, he had some fumbles, but come on. I mean, this guy's a second-round pick, and he's going to have a huge year this year. Okay, so you keep him. Yeah, he has his year, and you franchise him or whatever you have to do. As far as Justin Fields, I called Jake with Connor the other morning before you got back on. I need to see more. Okay, your boy Nick Farrier said he's not a pocket passer. It's preseason, but we need to see more. Tonight's going to be a big test for him, okay, against that rush, okay? He's never been a pocket passer, and that's what worries me. But again, like I said to Connor, in Chicago, he had, one receiver, Donnell Mooney, no running game, no offensive line, bad coaching. So this is the best team he's been on. And do you agree this is his last chance?
I definitely think it's his last chance to prove that he's a starter. So his back's up against the wall. He has a lot to prove this year, but I agree. Like, offensive line's the best one that he's worked with. Garrett and DJ Moore are probably like in a similar tier of wide receiver that he's worked with. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much it for him, I think.
I agree with that. I mean, no team is just going to hand him a spot and say, here you go. Like, he's got to show something.
And like I said to you, Jake, actually, I'm off of work with my hand. That's why I've been able to call in. But I think this coach is like no other that we've had for years and years. Accountability. That's just that's what really excites me. Okay, if you don't play and you don't do and you make stupid things, you're being pulled.
Yeah, look, Michael, excellent call. I do think Glenn is the right voice for what they need right now. I've been very impressed. He doesn't sound like a first-time coach. I think the fact that he's been with the Jets as a player, as a scout, he understands the fan base and the history. I think that's all beneficial. We got to see wins. Like, he's in the honeymoon phase right now. Like, ultimately, I think, and I especially think, Matt, a signature win early, whether it's a week 1 against Rodgers, week 2, division opponent, Buffalo at home. Jets will be big underdogs in that game. Like, I think that goes a long way towards this team continuing to be this bought-in Aaron Glenn and this coaching staff.
Yeah, I agree with you. Getting one early, I think, would really go a long way for him with the fan base. As a former player, there's a lot of people who are on his side, and understandably so. But a lot of people have been saying like, "Hey, this is all well and good, but we got to see it on the field." And especially in Week 1 against Rodgers, right? Because that was his first big decision to move on from Aaron Rodgers and go a different direction at the quarterback spot. So that's a huge test for this team.
Our first super chat, paid super chat of the day, comes from the Rick Kent. Thank you, Rick, for your support. Is Jay Tafili for real, or is he just this year's Tack McKinley, a preseason warrior who disappears in the regular season? I think Badlands has a funny bit on their podcast about like the David Clowney Award, like the guy that is awesome in the preseason. I do think Tafili might be more real than any of us could imagine, just because he then followed up that great performance against Green Bay with 2 awesome joint practices against the Giants. So if he's just average on that D-line next to Quinnen, that's all the Jets really need, I think, to have a really, really stout defense overall this year.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, I think he had 2 back-to-back days against the Giants where he looked strong. And that's going to be a really big key for him to just build off of that performance. And I'm not ready to just completely crown him and say, like, yeah, he's going to start next to Quinnen or anything like that. But I do think he's a guy that's going to make this team. They were speaking very highly of him before that first preseason game. So another strong performance, I think, goes a long way.
Justin Spencer has gifted a channel membership. What's up, Justin? Hopefully you call in soon. Good luck. You're in the raffle for 1. Comments, questions, super chats, they cut the line. Javi says, anyone else excited to see Arian Smith, or is it just me? I'm very excited to see what Arian Smith could do.
Yeah, I mean, another guy who had a strong week of practice this past week. And, I've been impressed from what we've seen from him in training camp. The drops have not been an issue at all, which was maybe my biggest criticism coming out of Georgia for him. And, he was showing more than just being a down the field target. He had a catch underneath and had a contested catch against the Giants in one of the joint practices. So hopefully we see something from him too tonight.
Curly says, we have Saturday morning Asman and O'Leary. That's right. Game day, baby. A game day program. There's nothing like it. You could smell the Jets football in the air. Tommy says, I like watching Jake because there's no silly shtick or gimmicks. He just gives us sports without the silly shtick. Yes, on this show, you only get sports talk, Jets talk, and nothing else. Obviously, that's what I'm known for, Matt.
Yes.
More of your calls right now, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? Let's say hello to
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the dark night. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
Going on, gents?
What's up?
hello, PBM.
How's the account going? Good?
Yeah, all good on that front.
All good. Hell yeah, that's good. What do you guys think the score is going to be today?
I'll go 24-17 Jets today.
You know what?
31-3 Jets. The beat down at the Meadowlands.
Ooh.
Let's see what he thinks.
You want a drink?
Snowball. Oh, hey.
What's going on?
Look at this.
Wow, we got 4 people all from Long Island on the screen. Nothing like it.
Hell yeah.
Long Island represent.
Are you his nurse today, Snowball? You're taking care of the man with the ACL?
Look at the shirt.
I love it.
Oh.
Jets Worldwide. Wide.
So while PBW is out, I'm here on nurse duty, so I'm taking here. So I figured,
I love it.
Before I head out to the party this afternoon, tonight I'll take care of Purple Belt Mike.
Wow.
Is this Snowball the man? This is awesome.
What a gentleman.
Yeah.
And a scholar.
Snowball. What a cameo. I didn't even realize you bought a ticket. I haven't gone through the list yet because I got to put together everyone's name for the halftime raffle. I'm looking forward to seeing you tonight, Snowball. That's awesome.
I believe it's sweat equity for tonight.
Love it. I can't wait to see you.
All right. Do you know what sweat equity means?
I don't know.
All right, look it up.
You're giving me homework now? Someone in the chat tell me what that means.
Yes, look it up. Sweat equity.
Snowball, you're
Hey.
a sick man making me do work.
Turn it around for PBM.
Mike,
Hell yeah.
you have a great nurse.
I do. A very good looking nurse.
Ladies and gentlemen, Purple Belt Mike and Snowball, one of, if not two of, the all-time greats.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
Love it. Speaking of great-looking people, we could debate whether or not this guy qualifies, but one thing we do know, he loves to call into the show, and he loves to give outstanding takes. It's Clifton time.
If you guys want to crown Tafali, crown him.
I'm in. He's Aaron Donald. I'm sold. Ring of Honor Jet.
Go. That's it. I think the initial caller, Joe, he obviously doesn't have kids to have 2 cruises 3 weeks within 3 weeks. There's no way.
Legend.
I'm jealous. Maybe I'll take another pass with the wife today. We'll see what she says about the Legends cruise. About the return game. I think we're rooting for Pritchard to win this job, right? We've seen what we need. We've seen what we need to see from Gibson. He's not the answer. Like, if Edwards can take like a secondary role on kick returns like Isaiah Davis used to, right? You're figuring that Isaiah Davis's usage is going to be ratcheted up a little bit in in the offense, since we're going to be more run heavy. Maybe he'll take some of his special teams roles. I'd really like to see both Pritchard and Edwards make the team. And then in that scenario, maybe you roll with, Garrett and Reynolds, Pritchard, Arian Smith, and Tyler Johnson. And then you're carrying 4 running backs and maybe, 3 true tight ends and the fullback. But what do you think about that?
Ooh, it's a good take, Matt. I really am fascinated to see how creative they could be if they want to keep a guy like Donovan Edwards. Like, does he do enough on special teams where they're like, hey, it's a running back spot, but he could offer more? Guys get hurt at that position all the time. We like him. Or do they really value like Nguanu, for example, because he could give you a little at running back, but he's an elite kick returner. And I think with the new rules this year that kind of punish the touchback even more to the 35-yard line, you might have way more kick returns, and that might be a real valuable piece for a team to have a great returner.
Yeah, I agree with you on the kick return front. I think if with the new rules, Nwanu has a really good chance to make this team. I do think Edwards offers more as a running back than Nwanu, although you probably make the case that Nwanu's, the most proven returner that the Jets have. Although I don't think he does punts. I think he's only a kick returner. So I wonder if that maybe hurts his chances a little bit of making this team.
I want to keep the best players. Like, I think nothing says moving on from the previous regime, like cutting Lazard, cutting Michael Clemens. Let's move past these guys.
I'm with it.
Clemens, I mean, it's amazing he's still here. And of course, he gets into the fight immediately. It's just like, of course.
So I'm hoping that our half of our household will be sad tonight, since my wife is a Giant season ticket holder. Let's go Jets.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Kyle Clifton. How about that? Kyle Clifton have to deal with a season ticket holder wife.
Split household, enemy territory.
Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is a man who has started the nudist alliance on the show. It's Charleston Jets Rube.
Well, there's a feller they call Charleston Jets Rube, 'cause he calls the show nude, never wears a shirt. And some folks, they don't think he's got pants on either. It's a gosh darn nudist camp. Let's hear it for that Charleston Jets Rube and see if he has any Jets points today.
Hey, Matt, nice to see you.
Good to see you too, Charleston Jets Rube.
Congrats on the marriage.
I love this.
You know what? I want to give you just a little bit of advice to keep it fresh, keep it good, keep it going a long time. Not just talking bedroom, in the kitchen making dinner, around the house cleaning up. the key to a good marriage is lots of nudity in all aspects
Okay.
of the house. Keep it
All right.
nude, keep it clean, keep it fresh.
I love this. Thank you for the advice.
You got it. You got it. Hopefully you use it. It'll make for lots of fun times. Jake, have you been cloned? My God, the last few days you're on every freaking Jets YouTube thing I open up.
Man, I am making the rounds, Mr. Rube. I love talking about a football team that has not had a playoff season since 2010. And how about this for a stat, by the way? I was talking about this with my friend Dan. Over this playoff drought, the Jets have been they have had one winning season during the drought, 2015. Like they had a couple 8-8s mixed in there, right? 2011, 2013. But it's amazing how bad they've been, despite how incredible this fan base remains.
Yeah, I've said it before. The reason why my second wife agreed to marry me because I was a Jet fan. She's like, if you could be loyal to that team, you could be loyal to me. So,
The truth.
It's very true. We're a bunch of loyal suckers, I think, sometimes. But I think we got a chance to switch it around. And I told you last time we talked that I was teetering on going from 9-8 to 10-7. I'm there, and it's a definite playoff spot. We're going to be there. What I'm excited to see today. I'm excited to see Mason Taylor and Beck out there together. I think we can have a good. I love the idea of having Beck, Mason, Brees lined up out wide with Braylon or Isaiah in the backfield with Garrett. I just think that can be potent and so many different creative things that Angstran can do. I just love the fact that every single play from the starters, there was motion. I mean, I don't think we've gone a whole game in the last 5 years with seeing that much motion, let alone in a drive. So I'm super excited about that. I've been on the Arian Smith bandwagon since we drafted him. I loved the pick. Like I said, the day we drafted him, there was a run on guys that were predicted to go in the 6th and 7th round. The first pick, and then of that round that we took Arian Smith, and then like the 5th pick. So I don't think it was a reach. You got to pay for that, for that speed, and it's something we haven't had since the Chosen one. So I'm super excited to see. Martinez just missed him on that deep ball.
Yeah.
I want to see Fields try at least 2 deep balls to Arian Smith. One thing about Fields, I know there's a question of whether he can read defenses and this and that, but man, does he have a pretty ball. Just time after time after time in these training camp things, he just throws just a most beautiful tight spiral. I've never seen a duck come off his hand in all these things that I've been seeing. It's just a beautiful ball. So if he can somehow or another find a way to find rhythm with Arian Smith, I just think that I think there's a chance that Arian Smith can average somewhere between like 16 and 18 yards a carry this year if they can get it on the same page. And I'm completely in agreement with Pritchett. Outside of that first game with Gibson, he's just been average at best in the kick return. I get so nervous every time he goes to catch the ball.
Yep.
Give it to Pritchett. Maybe he can do something as like the 5th or 6th receiver too. Gibson's proven that as far as offensively, he brings nothing. But I'd also love to find a way to keep Brandon Smith and Edwards. I know that's a lot. You'd probably have to sacrifice, some O line or some D line or something like that to keep those guys. But I'd really, really love to see those 2 guys kept. I don't think Edwards is going to make it to the practice squad. I mean, if he looks really good again this game, I don't think we're going to be able to keep him to bring him to the practice squad. You know what I mean? Because what was he before this year? I think he was projected to be like a 3rd or 4th rounder. So I mean, the talent's there. But yeah, I'm just super freaking excited about this game. I do think Engstrand's going to do a lot of smart stuff when Fields is in there, where it's going to be, like you said, some quick 1 and 3 step drops, a lot of rollouts, a lot of run pass options. Engstrand's a smart guy, probably the smartest offensive mind we've had in a long time, it seems like. So I really think he's going to kind of generate some real quick, short offense to keep that pressure off of Fields. I'm just excited to.
Yeah, good call, Rube. I think that's the key. I think Eggstrand being able to design an offense that
plays the field strengths, protects them from having to throw the ball 30 times in the game. Some of it is on the defense and the special teams. Like, they all work hand in hand. But if you need Fields to manage the game, make plays with his legs, and as long as they give him an effective running game with Brees and Braylon and Isaiah, they should be able to have a competent offense. Like, that to me is the path. Competency on the offense, a kicker that wins you games and doesn't lose you games, and the defense rebounding to being a lot closer to a top 10 unit than what they were last year.
Yeah, that's really going to be the key for this team, and probably the difference from them being, a 5 or 6 win team or, 7 win or more team this year. I think, you said it, we're not asking for a ton offensively. They just need to be competent, right around league average. And they're going to lean on the run game a lot. And with this quarterback and with the offensive line that they have, I think it makes sense from a personnel perspective. And, we've been talking a lot of Tanner Engstrand today. A lot's going to fall on his shoulders, but he needs another big performance again today.
Hit the like button. We only have 112 likes, and there's 300 people in here right now. So smash that like button. Kyle Clifton joins our Justin Fields jersey raffle at the end of the stream for 2 with this $10 super chat. Double-digit wins are possible, Rube. Jet schedule is as soft as Beast Alliance. Hey, now. The schedule is tough early, and it feels a lot easier late. So survive the first half. Give yourself a chance to hopefully be well coached so you get better as the year goes on. That's how I pictured it in my head since the schedule came out.
Yeah, I'm with you. They kind of have to survive a little bit in the first half and just hang around. It'd be awesome to see him get to double-digit wins. I'm rooting for that. But how about the shot at Beast there from Kyle Clifton?
Yeah, Beast is forming an alliance, and a guy who just gifted 5 memberships is a part of it. Rick Kent is in for 5 in our raffle at the end of the show. Fields jersey, color of your choice, white or green. Good luck to Rick Kent. If Rick doesn't win the jersey, he and everyone who enters for the Fields jersey today has a chance to win a signed Darrelle Revis jersey, a signed Nick Mangold jersey with, by the way, a signature that includes Jets Ring of Honor on there, plus Mr. Third Down, a Wayne Corbett signed Jets helmet. Mr. Third Down celebrated a birthday 2 days ago, so happy belated to the great Wayne Corbett. Ladies and gentlemen, on the line right now is a man who, at one point in time, raged an all-out war with our guest, Matt O'Leary. But the two of them have now gotten on the same page. They see eye to eye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Bobby Midnight time.
Well, I need to find Matt O'Leary. He's supposed to come on my show. I want his butt on a stick. Bobby. Hey, Matt. How you doing? You
Good,
guys hear me?
We see you.
You guys hear me?
We hear you, Bobby.
Oh, good. My mic's working now. Okay, I fixed it.
All right.
Matt O'Leary.
Yes,
You
sir.
said you're getting married this year, right?
Yes.
Okay, so when you said you were going to go on the cruise with your fiance, shouldn't she be your wife then?
She will be my wife at that point. Yes.
Ah, gotcha. I heard that.
You
Well,
did.
Why is that such a big deal?
No, I was just saying that she would be his wife, not fiance.
Yes, by the time the Legends Cruise rolls around next year, Matt will be a married man.
Correct.
Congratulations, man. I'm happy for you guys. Hey, do you hear the big news for Jake, too?
What's the big news?
He's going to be on Sundays with that guy who used to be the Jets, Tannenbaum, Mike Tannenbaum.
Yeah, Bobby.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to call in every Sunday to talk to Mike Tannenbaum.
What if Mike Tannenbaum gets sick of this guy in Vermont calling the show? What do I do then, Bob?
Well, just tell him I don't know, maybe. He probably will. He probably will.
He might.
The guy from WFAN can't stand my butt. The bald-headed guy who you call Al Dukes. Yeah, can't stand.
Al Dukes is not a fan of yours.
Oh, he is not a fan of mine. But Craig Carlin is.
Yes,
so I want
Craig
to
loves
see
Bobby Midnight.
Braylon Allen do good tonight. Very good.
Hey, go put on the Braylon Allen jersey right now.
Oh, I have to wash it. It's in my wash.
You have to wash it. Oh, God, I can't even imagine the stench on that thing.
No. I had to wash it because I just.
You never worn it, though. So think about the stench on that thing that you, of all people, felt like you needed to wash it.
Yeah, no, well, it's been a while, you know. So when it comes back, I'll get it when it come back.
Okay.
Yeah, at least my microphone's working today. I'm happy. I don't know what happened a couple days. So with yeah, Brandon Allen's gonna have a good running game tonight, I think. And then the Jets looked pretty good last week. They did good, like with the movements. What's that? The guy said, they do more
Motion.
Motion. That's the
Oh yeah, you're a big motion guy, right, Bob?
Oh, yeah. Back in the past, they call me Motion with the Flotion. Yeah.
Is that what they call you?
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, show us your haircut. I want to see.
Oh, it's hat hair still, but a haircut.
Looks
I
good.
like it though. I could see on the sides there. They did a nice job.
Yeah, she does always a nice job. Desiree, she does a perfect. I didn't even have to look at. When they say, "Oh, look at this, look at that behind you."
Yeah,
I don't have to worry about that. I know. I've been going to her for 10 years now. I don't need to look. She knows how I like it, But you know how my hair grows so long, right? So I told her to save time, just buzz cut my hair a little bit, right? And then she just cuts the top with the scissors. So, yeah, because my hair is so long. Remember how long it was?
I will never forget. I think about it every day.
Yeah, Matt, you're great. And, of course, Jake is great. Jake, I got something to tell you. I think you're better than Richie.
Whoa. Stop it. Yeah. I love Richie.
No, I like Richie too, but you are the best.
Jets. I don't know about that. I think there's a lot of great creators out there, Bob, and everyone likes everyone.
No, I like Richie, but you are number one to me.
Well, thanks, Bob. You're number one to me.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Matt O'Leary, are you going to have some chicken nuggets today? Your wife, fiance is going to mix you some today?
I don't know. That sounds pretty good, honestly. That might have to be the lunch for today.
Remember the time you went in the one last time? That's what she made you on my show?
I was very lucky. I got hopped off the Bobby Midnight program, had a nice lunch, chicken nuggets with some Chick-fil-A sauce. It was great.
And then she made it in the air fryer, you said, right?
Put it right in that air fryer, baby.
I like how a year later, you're still bringing up a lunch that Matt had.
I know, but he's awesome. Well, you brought up the time when we fought. I'm friends with him now.
Yep, you guys were at a full-on war. You wanted his butt on a stick.
Yeah, butt on a stick. Yeah, that was a long time ago because I wanted to say hello to you at the thing, at the party you had. When was it the one that Dre said he's gonna die?
Yes, the Long Island meetup last year in Hicksville.
Yeah, remember that?
That was fun.
I wanted to say hi to you. You weren't around. Say hi.
I'll tell you what, Bob. We covered a lot of ground during this call, so well done.
I know. My mic's finally working, Jake.
Oh, yeah. Hey, give us some dancing in honor of your mic working.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Matt, don't get like Nick Ferrier, please. Nick Ferrier hates my dancing. Okay, you got to put in some music, though.
I don't know if he hates your dancing. I think he was just,
come on. Do you see the video at the end of the video?
I think he just couldn't believe what was happening. But if you want some dancing, I mean, here we go.
Yeah, you got to put me full screen, too.
It's game day, Bob. Let's go. Bring the energy.
Yeah, the Jets got to win, guys. Here's motorboating. What's this called?
Where's your motion of the ocean?
Oh, this one. How's that looking? Haven't done this
bring the energy.
I know. Hopefully the Yankees win again tonight. They won last night.
They did.
I know, barely. 4-3. Hey, Matt, how do you like my dancing, Matt?
You should be on Dancing with the Stars.
I know. Me and my ex-wife used to do the forbidden dance. We did the sexy dance. Bavada. How's that looking, guys?
Yeah, baby. I need some energy.
I know. Let's go, Jets.
Jets.
Jets. How's that?
Oh, very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Midnight. To people who just joining in progress, dear God. All right, a couple super chats left, and then we'll say goodbye to Matt. Squeezing a call or two. Big Country says, "Hey guys, tuned in late. Matt, who do you think wins tonight? I hope our O-line beats up on the Giants D-line. Jake, any news on my signed JJ jersey? Good luck tonight. JETS, 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 Jets." Check the mail, Big Country. I'm pretty sure it said delivered. I got an email that it was. I'll look into it to you after the show, but shoot me an email and update me on that, Big Country, because it should be there, or if not, could be any day. And as far as his first question here, Matt, who do you think wins tonight? I believe you did say you like the Jets.
Yeah, I would take the Jets tonight. I do think they win. I said 24-17. I think the starters look good. And I hope the offensive line beats up on the Giants defensive line too. You know, we've been talking about it a lot on this show. This is probably the best unit they'll face. So it's a really good test for them.
Super chat from JoJo, who says, "Happy Saturday, as maniacs. I have the best time. I hope everyone has the best time at the party tonight. I wish I could be there next time." JoJo, you'll be there in spirit. Would love for you to come to an event in the future. We'll have some watch parties for some of the regular season games, so stay tuned on some announcements for that one. Let's see here. Let's squeeze in another call or so. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Gusbuster Umbrella hotline right now is a caller who is quickly ascending the ranks in the Asmaniac community. Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Max.
What do you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall? What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Mad Max.
What's up, Max?
What's up, Matt Leary? I was actually talking about the 53-man roster. I was talking about earlier in your show. This is my finalized 53. So I was actually talking about on the Dana show, the Danger Zone last night. We were talking about my finalized 53-man roster. So and I was also talking on Jake Asman's show last night about my 53-man roster for the offense. So Matt Leary,
so are you just spending your time calling every Jet show to give all 53 players on your roster?
Yes, sir. I was actually on the Dano show last night. I was on the Danger Zone. He recognized me on your show. He was like, "Oh, he recognized me as a track star." He was like, "Oh, talking on Jake Asman is like a hard show to call on." So he was proud of me.
What do you mean I'm a hard show to call on?
Because he said you used to be like a really hard like sports show to talk to, because like there's so many people wanting to be on the show, but now it's like gotten easier.
Yeah, but Max, if I see your name, I'm putting you on the show.
Yeah.
Right.
So, now, Larry, what do you think of my offensive? I was actually talking about Jake Asman. So, my quarterback, I have Justin Fields quarterback 1, and then Tyler Taylor is my quarterback 2, and then Adrian Martinez is quarterback 3. He has potential. What are your thoughts on that, Matt Larry?
I think the Jets will carry 2 quarterbacks, but I think Martinez will be on the practice squad.
Okay, and then running back, what are your thoughts on this? So, Brees Hall is running back 1, Brown Allen's running back 2, Isaiah Davis is running back 3, and I think Donovan Edwards is going to be on the practice squad.
Okay, makes sense.
And then wide receiver, we're carrying around 4 or 5. So wide receiver 1's going to be Garrett Wilson. Wide receiver 2, Josh Reynolds. And then our wide receiver 3 is going to be Arian Smith. And then I think wide receiver 4 is going to be Xavier Gibson. What are your thoughts on that?
No, Alan Lazard. He's getting cut.
I mean, Lazard's going to be wide receiver 4, and then Xavier Gibson's going to get cut.
Okay.
Now Max, have you confirmed the fact that people think you look like Adam Gase?
No, no one's confirmed that. And
at least the eyes.
Probably the eyes. Maybe the eyes look like Gase. But for tight end, we're going to have 3 tight ends. And then so I think Mason Taylor is going to be tight end 1. Stone Smart's going to be tight end 2. And I think Zach Kuntz is going to be tight end 3. He has potential. What are your thoughts on that, Matt?
Zach Kuntz? Come on.
Yeah, you lost me at Zach Kuntz. I agree with the first 2.
I think Kuntz has more potential than Jeremy Rucker. I don't know why. I feel like or Andrew Beck could be tight end 3.
Now, Max, are you a guy who always addresses people by their full names? I've noticed you've said Jake Asman, Matt O'Leary. Like you go out of your way to say everyone's first and last name.
I know. And then I was also talking about on the on another show. We were talking about defensive predictions.
What show? I need their first and last name.
Oh man, I was on the Danger Zone. The Dano show from the Dano from the Danger Zone.
That's his government name, Danger Zone.
Yeah, the Danger Zone. I was on the show last night.
Hey Max, do you have a job, by the way? People are wondering.
Yeah, I do. Jersey Mike's.
Oh hell yeah,
yeah.
Club sub, baby, my favorite.
Yeah, the Italian is so good, and the cheesesteaks.
Love that.
The cheesesteaks are good. And then for defense, so my interior defensive line, so. I think Quentin Williams. But I think JT Fairley is going to make it, and then I think JT Fairley is going to make it, and then Barrett Cowart, and then the other interior defensive line. I don't think McCurry Ball is going to make it. He had that bad penalty, out of bounds penalty in the Packers game. It was really bad. So I don't think McCurry Ball is going to make it.
Okay.
And then for edge, Will McDonald's going to make the team, in my opinion, because I think Will McDonald's
going to make the team?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I would say so, Mad Max.
And then
he had 10.5 sacks last year.
He's no doubt going to make the team.
Hey, do you think Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner are going to make the team?
100%.
What about Justin Fields?
Yes, he will be.
Quinnen?
Yes.
Michael Carter?
Yes, sir.
Mason Taylor?
Yes, sir.
Josh Reynolds?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think we have a lot of the same 53, Matt.
And then for defensive end, we're going to be Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson. And then I don't think Michael Clemens is going to make the team. I think he's a cut candidate. And then Rashad Weaver's a cut candidate. And Tyler Barron can make the roster.
Do you think Aaron Glenn's going to be the coach week 1?
Yes.
You don't think he's going to resign?
No.
Okay.
I remember when Belichick resigned. It was like really bad. It was like the funniest thing. It was like he resigned 24 hours on a napkin.
Do you have a man bun, Max?
No.
Why does Rick Kent think you have a man bun?
I don't even know.
Your seat?
He's pretty bald. And then for linebackers.
Hey, spin around, Max. What is that behind you on your head?
It's
your head.
Nothing.
The hair,
Nothing.
maybe?
It's just the headphones, you know.
Oh, the headphones. Okay.
Yeah, and then linebacker, we have Jamie Sherwood. There's going to Quincy Williams, and Jamin Davis is going to be our linebackers. And then Jared Barnes is going to be linebacker 4.
Mr. Bonesy writes in, ask him who he's got, Pritchard or Gibson. Stop wasting time, man.
I think Gibson's going to make it over Pritchard. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay.
And then for our corners, Sauce
Hey,
Gardner,
Max, have you thought about painting your room green, the walls?
Oh, man. I should paint it green, but I have like a ton of Jet stuff.
Where's your Jet stuff? I don't see any Jet stuff. It's game day.
Oh, yeah. There you go. The fathead.
It's on
Very
the wall
nice.
right here, and then I have a Jets flag.
What's up with the orange wall?
Oh, I just paint. That was like years ago. That was years ago in my room. It was like when I got my room out. Let's just paint it orange. It looks good.
I think we got to repaint your room to green.
Sounds good. I mean, probably takes like a ton of layer paint, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. You have yet to email me, Max. I wanted to send you a shirt, but I might send you a Jake Asman Show flag now if you already have that one in your room.
Oh man, I'll probably want to send us. What shirt do you have, or do you have any game day stuff for any games? Like, are you going to go to any like Jets games at MetLife?
I'll be at a Jet game at MetLife.
What game are you going to?
The Panther game for sure.
Are you doing like any like free giveaways and stuff for that game?
Well, not specifically for that game, but I'm offering you a free item right now. You don't need to meet me at a game for that.
Oh man, I'll send you the Garrett Wilson jersey, the signed Garrett Wilson jersey.
A signed Garrett Wilson? You're sending me a signed Garrett Wilson jersey?
No, for me. Like, what jersey do you want me to send me?
Why? Hold on a second. I offered you a T-shirt the other day for calling into the show. You never emailed me because I was prepared to give you it. Now, all of a sudden, you're asking for a signed Garrett Wilson jersey. Are you aware that costs typically between $400 and $500? If you want to get that,
I'm aware of that. You know?
Okay, so why would I send you a signed Garrett Wilson jersey? What have you done, Max, other than call my show for me to send you said signed jersey?
I'll email you. I'll email you at the end of the show.
You'll email me for a signed Garrett Wilson jersey?
I'll email you for the stuff that was for 2 days ago. You know.
Okay, you got it.
Have a good show.
Mad Max, you keep doing you.
What are you guys' opinion on me doing a backflip through this orange wall?
That was an interesting one.
Yeah. Good. Glad we cleared up that Will McDonald's making the team.
Yes. Sauce Gardner as well.
Thank God.
Man. Matt, enjoy the game this evening. Looking forward to watching your post-game coverage. I'm sure everyone already subscribes to you that's watching my show right now. But if they don't, where can they find you?
Yeah, at Matt O'Leary NY. We're actually streaming the game with Anthony Rivardo of Fireside Giants. So we're going to get a little Jet Giant action going. And I'll be on after for some post-game thoughts at Matt O'Leary NY.
You know, you bring up the Giant stream. I wanted to mention this, by the way, because you might know. I find it fascinating that despite how bad the Jets have been, there are so many great Jet content creators. Like, we're talking 10, 15 that all have, like, decent-sized followings, even at the minimum. I feel like with the Giants, there's like Bobby Skinner and then like who else? Like there's just not a whole lot of successful Giants creators. Am I off base with that?
No, yeah, I really only know of the Fireside show, Fireside Giants. I think they have maybe like close to 20,000 subscribers, but yeah, it's a little ironic, right? Like the Giants have the bigger fan base. They've actually, won a couple Super Bowls relatively recently, and there's like 3 YouTubers that I know, and the Jets have been the worst team in North American sports for 15 years, and there's 5,000 people making videos.
It's unreal. Matt, you're the man. I'll be tuned into your coverage. Thanks as always for your time coming on the program.
Absolutely. Thanks, Jake.
Matt O'Leary, one of the greats, joining us in his weekly spot. If you guys don't subscribe to him, you should. And I think many of you probably already do. Let's see. The Human Fund is the latest to enter the Asmaniac raffle. For those tuning in late, this jersey in the color of your choice is our giveaway at the end of the stream. All right. We're going to get back to your calls. A lot of you want in on the conversation, which is awesome. It's game day. We're excited. Make sure you guys get your watch party tickets. If you're on the fence, if you want to join us tonight, watch the game. It is going to be outstanding. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with many Asmaniacs this evening. Still tickets available. Price, I don't know. I think, don't tell anyone. I think it's still $18. It was supposed to go up by 5, but it hasn't happened yet. So don't tell T Squared. But buy your ticket. Lock in your spot. Super chat from Andrew C. He's in the raffle for 5. Hey now. Max has his ceiling fan. Dude's about to fly away. Jake, where is my bump in the raffle? You never gave me a shirt. Andrew, you never emailed me. I can't send you a shirt unless you send me an email with your name and your address. And if you did do that, because I get 1,000 emails a day, then I definitely ordered it for you and it hasn't arrived yet. But I don't think you've emailed me. AsmanJake at Gmail. Don't be like Mad Max, who I offered to send him a free shirt, and now he wants a signed Garrett Wilson jersey, which costs hundreds of dollars. The dream, baby. Sean says, nice necklace. I pulled the trigger. I had to. The Instagram ads were too much. I had to be iced out with a jet chain for the season. Phantom Green and White in the raffle. Sushi Dave in the raffle. Hey now. I'm still waiting to confirm. Does Sushi Dave call himself Sushi Dave because he loves sushi? Or is he actually like a sushi chef? That's what I don't know. And I would love to find that answer out. As maniacs, they would love to be hired. They would love to get jobs. ZipRecruiter is the top tool to ensure that you find the right candidate if you're someone that's trying to hire a qualified candidate. Finding the right person to hire, it's tough. It's not easy. You get flooded with resumes, and if you have the exact skills or the experience that you're looking for, not with ZipRecruiter. They make it easy to discover incredible candidates fast. Right now, try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter's smart technology works for you the moment you post a job. Their matching system instantly begins showing you qualified candidates, so you're not wasting time sifting through the wrong resumes. And when you find people you like, you can connect right away using ZipRecruiter's ready to send, invite to apply message. It's a quick way to personally reach out and encourage them to apply sooner. Ditch the other hiring sites. Let ZipRecruiter help you find that needle in the haystack. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/audio. Again, ZipRecruiter.com/audio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Shout out to ZipRecruiter for sponsoring our show. All right, I'm going to get to your calls, but first I wanted to play a clip here from friend of the show, Will Parkinson. Agree or disagree with Will's opinion on what to watch for in tonight's game?
What's going on, everybody? Jets Giants, 7 o'clock tonight at the Meadowlands. Couple things to watch from a Jets perspective. I'll have a pod tomorrow, recapping the game on the Badlands feed. We'll have Jet Heads, Buck the Trend, etc. Joe and Connor later after the game. But in terms of the actual game, couple things to watch, couple things I'm keeping an eye on. I think the number one thing is going to be the Jets offensive line against the Giants pass rush, and be able to mitigate that, use the run game, use some of the screen game. Again, it's not necessarily about the actual result of like you're winning or losing a game. Obviously, you love to win, but it's more about just the process. See if they improved on some of the things they struggled with. Maintain some of that protections for Justin Fields and second and third and long, staying out of those, keeping the offense on schedule. So mostly those tackles, Membu and Fashanu against Burns, Carter, obviously, and then Kayvon Thibodeau. Obviously Dexter Lawrence inside too, but the Jets are able to, they have a good interior offensive line. That's not necessarily, those guys are vets. I'm not necessarily worried about that. I think it's some of the, kind of wide receiver 4, wide receiver 5s, if you want to call it that. I think seeing more out of Arian Smith. He's had a really nice camp. He's improved throughout. So you want to keep seeing him, continue to do that. Brandon Smith, Skinner, guys like that competing for a job with Lazard out. Corley and Gibson, do they have any shot here? Pritchett's kind of taking a stranglehold over the punt returner job, and Kenne's, over kind of the kick returner job. So can those guys solidify their spots? Defensively, Stiggers, JBC, guys like that, can they kind of, Stiggers had a really nice camp. JBC's been a guy on the, team for the last couple of years. So can they solidify that back end of the corner room? Other than that, can Jay Tufele continue his Linsanity run here? And, guys like Page, Nandi, Cowart, guys like Tufele feels like the starter at the moment. Him and Coward, and then kind of the who makes it behind him, Fidarian Mathis, guys like that. So having my eye on those, and then lastly, I think everyone's very enamored with Donovan Edwards, and rightfully so. He's had a really nice last week or so. Can he build on that? Can he be a guy that pushes, for that last spot? Lastly, Andrew Beck. The reason I mention him is because Mason Taylor is back, and he's had a fantastic week, and he's going to get a lot of those reps, right? So he's going to be their solidified probably number 2 pass catcher outside of Brees, in the pass game. So can Beck, Ruckert, Stone Smart, who kind of capitalizes as that 12 personnel, the second guy in the field with Mason Taylor.
Good stuff there from Will Pa, which I'm excited to see Mason Taylor in particular, as we talked about earlier in the show. All right, more of your calls. Papa Jet, he's on the line. He's next. Hey, Papa.
Hey, Jake, how's it going?
What's up, Papa?
Hey, paying Beast Electric bill or giving Max his signed jersey, that's apples to apples. You should be able to swing that, I think.
Yeah, nothing we can't do around here, Papa.
Do those two things, you're going to have to work some overtime. But, yeah, as far as tonight's game, it's definitely the O-line against their D-line. That's what I'm looking towards, getting excited about, see how good we do. And Jake, do you think Leonard Taylor III is safe?
Do I think he's safe? No,
Yeah.
I don't think he's a lock. I would lean with him making the team, though, especially after his performance last week.
Yeah, that's because I liked him late last year. He started to flash, and I don't know. I just like to see what he, give him another year. So I'm rooting for him. I hope he makes the team. And as far as Max's call, he's going through all of this stuff there. I think Martinez, I think it's 50-50 if he makes our squad. That's just my feeling. And if we cut Edwards, I don't think he makes our squad. I see somebody picking him up. That's just my opinion. But yeah, and just to give you a heads up, Jake, so you don't get mad at me next year. After next year's draft, right after the draft, I'm going to call in and give you my 90-man roster. So don't get mad when I do it.
I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Okay. Have a good weekend, bud.
Papa, great call, man. Appreciate you. Beard looks tremendous today, as usual. Adriano's block enters the raffle. Reminder, folks, Fields jersey. That's the raffle prize at the end of the stream. And if you enter for that and don't win, you're automatically qualified for Revis signed jersey, Mangold signed jersey, and Corbett signed helmet. Hell to the yeah. All right. More of your calls right now. I want to set this one up, though, properly. For those of you who missed his first ever call, they're still talking about it to this day. Ladies and gentlemen, about 2-3 weeks ago, a man named The Dream made his debut. The Dream is up next. I don't recognize The Dream here.
This is Andrew C. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Andrew? Okay. You go by the name The Dream?
No, I didn't know. Somebody told me to type something in, and here I am. I'm very nervous. My first call. Yeah.
Don't be nervous.
Can I also tell you something? I want to be part of the Asman.
You're doing a great job, man. I could see you being a regular on this program.
I would like to be.
Now, The Dream, have you had any alcoholic beverages this morning?
Absolutely.
I
This
could tell.
morning, yeah.
What did you drink?
Sailor Jerry rum.
Really? What time did you start opening that bottle?
I drink heavily on the weekends, but during the week, my job, I can't drink during the week.
So the weekend has started for you, I take it.
Call me Andrew. That's my name. Not the dream.
I just changed it for you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, you're so good like that.
You're Andrew C, not the dream now.
Yeah, I have a dog. A pit bull. He's part of the team too. He has a Jet jersey.
That's awesome.
Found
What's your dog's
you,
name?
Happy.
Happy?
I didn't name him. I got him from the pound. I was like, I live in Jacksonville, Florida, right now. I'm an ass maniac. Yeah?
Well, Andrew, I'll tell you what. This was an all-time great first call. You called in. Call back
boy,
tomorrow,
he found a squirrel.
Is your dog going after the squirrel?
Yeah, Andrew C. Yeah. All right. So, yes, I'm a big fan. I love, and oh my God, yeah, my first call. I hope to call further. Yeah.
Please call further. Ladies and gentlemen, if Andrew C becomes a regular, welcome to the tournament next March. For the second time, the Dream is next. Hello, the Dream.
What's up, man? It is a blessing. Was that a great call from that dude?
Oh, yeah.
It's a blessing. And my favorite part about that phone call was his hair was all styled in a weird way. All right, well, I'm glad to hear that Justin Fields and Garrett Wilson are making the team. I love that.
They are. I'm pretty confident in that as well.
It's a good feeling to know that they're making it. They're making the cut. All right. What about that? You remember last time I called in was about DT. We all soft on DT. Yeah. Where's my J2 Philly jersey in the chat? Yeah.
So you've asked for a Jermaine jersey.
No, it's Tufili. I want
okay.
Tufili.
Oh.
No?
I think he's a great player.
This guy might be somebody. He might be something. What do you think?
You believe in him?
I believe.
Now that hat you're wearing, the Dream, do you consider yourself a pirate, a cowboy? What type of hat is that?
More of a Crocodile Dundee type. I'm in Florida, Jacksonville.
I see.
So, what are you up to? Oh, also, I cheated on you.
You cheated on me.
I called Nick Shine. Called his show a couple times behind your back.
That's okay.
Really?
Yeah, it's a free country.
Yeah, well, middle of the night, want to talk some Jets football, and he's the only one going at the time,
Yeah. I mean, if you want someone to talk Jets football with you
in
the
the
3
middle
a.m.
of
hour, he's your guy.
That's has your pops.
He's good. He was asking about you. He's like, when's the Dream calling back in?
Well, here I am.
Here you are indeed, the Dream.
So, where's Gorman?
It's a great question. We've not heard from Gorman in about a week.
I mean, that's the MVP of the channel, correct?
Oh, what? He's one of the greats. Absolutely. He was the number 1 seed in the tournament.
So, I put in a super chat, like, who was it? Like, the other day. It's like, yo, where's my ass maniacs going to the Jets Jaguars game? Anybody want to hit me up?
Do they get to be as drunk as you at the game?
Absolutely. Of course. That's obviously, bruh.
Right. You driving?
No, Uber, bro. Uber.
Smart. I was gonna say that's a good idea.
Dude, I'm not. Dude, I am a trucker, bro. So yeah, drink and drive. Are you kidding me, bro? If I ever got pulled over for drinking and driving, that's the end of my career.
Dylan writes in, they need to rebrand it as Sailor Andrew Rum.
I'm like, yeah. Where's Big Joe?
He's chilling.
Can I do a Big Joe?
Please do.
Ready? That's what he does, right?
He's chilling.
Yeah. I don't have that recliner on wheels like everybody, man. So yeah, we
I
to
feel like you're
feel,
more Big Cho if he was drunk.
huh?
I feel like you're Big Cho if you were hammered.
Yo, you remember when I sent the super chat when I was like, yo, why don't I pick up Big Joe I drive all the way from Jacksonville to pick him up from the airport, and then I found out that he's in North Carolina. Why don't I just drive through North Carolina and scoop that dude and just drive all the way into the Northeast, right?
So you mean the two of you could carpool all the way up to MetLife for the game?
That would be something, wouldn't it?
That'd be, I think, a great idea.
An epic trip, road trip. I like Beach Show. And we're also, what do you think Clifton's up to?
He's forming his alliance, the Clifton Comrades.
Yeah. Where's my Clifton signed jersey? How about that?
You want a Kyle Clifton signed jersey?
I do. Yes.
I'll tell you what,
Uh,
we can make that
uh,
happen.
and I'll wear it to the in the Jaguar game.
That game is not today, though. Just so you know.
December 14th.
Are you going to watch the Jets Giants preseason game tonight? The Dream.
Absolutely. Are you kidding me, bruh? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm pumped. Look, I like I told you, I was like a lurker, is what they say, for 2 years after the Aaron Rodgers injury, and when I finished. But like I took a couple seasons off after the Sanchez butt fumble. Like I had to, bro.
You retired?
Like a little bit. It was just too much. After that, I had to.
Makes sense.
Right? Where were you when that happened?
When the butt fumble happened,
Yeah.
I was watching the game at my aunt and uncle's house because it was Thanksgiving evening.
Oof. And then what did you say? Was your pops there?
He was there.
What did he say?
I don't remember what he said. I think it's actually an overrated play, though, because think about it. They were getting killed that night anyway. That 2012 Jets team was terrible. So it was just, to me,
Yeah.
another play at the time. I didn't
That
think it
was
was going to
like
be as big of a deal.
a exclamation point on the. And I was like, I think Fireman Ed actually said, "I'm done. I'm done." Right?
He was being harassed by a lot of fans. So he still went to the games, but he didn't lead the chant for like a season after that.
It was a rough. That was a rough one. Butt
What time
fumble.
did you start drinking today, the Dream? The chat is fascinated.
What day is it?
Today is Saturday. It's
Oh
noon
yeah,
Eastern.
yeah. Well, yesterday when I got off work, yeah,
What time did you get off work?
5 o'clock.
So you got home at 5?
Yeah,
And you've been consistently hammering since?
yeah.
Nice.
As you do, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And my homie right here,
What's the name of your dog?
Happy.
That's right. Happy Gilmore.
Well, not Happy. Oh, see, I saw it. I was watching the quality last time. Happy. And yes, and you're like, does he golf? And I was like, he doesn't golf. And I was thinking, oh my God, that was a Happy Gilmore joke. Good job, Jake. I see what you did there now.
That's right.
Weeks later. All right, so
Give us a score prediction for tonight.
it's impossible to predict because if it goes good and he pulls the starters, right? I'll tell you what, I really, really, really like Aaron Glenn. I really like this dude.
Do you like drinking or Aaron Glenmore?
Drinking.
It's understandable.
Well, I mean, after the butt fumble, right?
What does Aaron Glenn have to do with the butt fumble?
Well, that's a good point.
Do you think your liver hates you?
Perhaps. Yeah, maybe. My lungs too, you know?
It's possible.
So, where's Clifton? What do you think Clifton's doing?
He's getting ready for the game later. He called in earlier, gave some great opinions.
That is a legit man right there.
Oh yeah,
I want that. I want that. I want that jersey. Can you put me in the raffle?
You know what? I'll tell you what, the dream. This was an outstanding call. You were very coherent, outstanding points, just like your first one. I'm putting you in the raffle for one, so you have a chance to win a Fields jersey and then the 3 jerseys or the Corvette helmet this week.
Well, hopefully Fields makes the team, Max.
I think he will. Yeah, I think he will.
Huh? What do you think? Huh?
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
What about Clifton? Does he make the team?
He's retired.
Yeah. Maybe we could use a guy like Clifton.
Perhaps so.
All right. So, what's your pops doing?
He's running some errands today, but he'll be with us later.
Really? All right. Good. Well, tell him I said hello because.
Uh-oh. Did we lose the dream? Did we lose Andrew C., the dream? I think we did. But what a call it was.
You get the fuck out.
That, folks, is an all-timer. Ladies and gentlemen, if Andrew C. is alive, we will see him in March. Thank you for the time, the dream. All right, back to your call shortly here. Couple super chats and memberships that we need to acknowledge. First things first, Dark Knight Steve's in the house. He says the Dark Knight is on the rise, like our NYJ. Hey now, let's go, Dark Knight Steve. Good to have you in the chat. Hope you're doing well, my friend. You and your family. Colin Fish checks in with a 5 worthy raffle super chat here, $20. Hit the Jet chant. Let's go Jets. Nick Shine can pick up the dream, I heard. I heard the same. Nick Shine will pick up anyone. He just won't pick up Big Joe. Cynthia W. in the house. What's up, Cynthia? If you're free later, Cynthia, we'd love to have you at the watch party. She's in our raffle for one, though, with this. The Gil is in the house. Hello, Gil. You are in the raffle for one by gifting this channel membership. Nick Shine says, give these raffles to the dream. How about that? I am right. Nick Shine, a man of the people for everyone, not named Big Joe. That is now 3 raffles and counting for the dream. Cynthia W says, hey, Jake, keep up the great work. See you at T Square. There you go. Cynthia's coming tonight. Love it. We do have tickets available still. Love it. John says, next time the dream is on, ask him if he believes in the moon landing. Dave Briga says, dream, try some tequila shots later on. Kyle Clifton says he may be mistaking me for number 59. You think? Man. Rick Kent, did he pass out? Mimosa's back. Mimosa, we miss you. She says, WTF. Dylan, lost him. He might have passed out, come to think of it. Dylan says, this guy's nuts. He's the dream, man. Now, I should have asked him when he got off work, was it 5 a.m. or 5 p.m.? Unreal. Turd Ferguson in the house. What a name. He's in the raffle for 5. Bang! Hey now. What are we playing for today? We're playing for a Justin Fields jersey. Oh, yeah.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
All right. Turd gifted these memberships to 5 listeners, 5 outstanding Asmaniacs. They're now channel members. So if you got one from Turd, thank him, because without him, you wouldn't be a member. Following 5 listeners are now channel members. Wayne the Jet Fan, Hulk Smash, Sean Horton, DJ Stackus, Scott G999. And there might have been someone else in there, but the chat's exploding right now. Connor Long spending his hard-earned allowance money. He gifted a membership, and Connor, we thank you for that. You're in the raffle for 1. Connor's membership went to Blazin' Marley. All right, we're going to get right back to your calls, and we have some legends still on the line, so don't go anywhere. Let's see. We got a super chat from Connor who says, give that membership to my guy, Andrew C. What a guy hammered at noon. What are we doing? You got it. The dream is up to 4 gifted memberships and counting. Rob Basil checks in. What's up, Rob? Jake, love all the off-season and in-season Jet content. LFG, wishing all the Asmaniacs well this afternoon. Rob, thank you for the support as always. Ralphie in the house. He says, see you tonight. Change of plans on the jersey. Got to wear my Malachi Moore jersey because my daughter wore my signed Beck jersey to Camp Sports Day. And she's a counselor, not a camper. Shake my head. Ralphie, that's understandable. Congratulations. You're in the raffle for 5. See you tonight. Can't wait. I have right here the drink menu that could be featured tonight at T Squared. We got our Broadway Joe Old Fashioned, the Asmaniac, the MetLife Marg, the 1969, the Gangrene T-Shots. Look, every time the Jets score a touchdown, there should be some shots. So hopefully we get some points tonight. Jay Lepselter in the raffle for 1. Let's go, Jay. Boom. Jay gifting a membership. Thank you. And then how about this? The return of Mimosa. She's back with a bang. Mimosa 50 burger. Hi, Jake. Jerry and I are looking forward to seeing you and the other Asmaniacs in Tampa. Mimosa, you're the best.
Thank you, Mimosa, for your generosity and tremendous support of the Jake Asman Show.
Mimosa in our raffle for both daily and weekly for 10. And Mimosa's brother, Jerry, shout out to you. Love Mimosa, love Jerry. Can't wait to meet you both in person in Tampa. Mimosa, I met at our draft party, but Jerry I'd never met. And the guy's got an Asmaniac tattoo on his back, which I still cannot believe. Jerry Jet, a legend. Look at this. For those who maybe were tuned out during the offseason. A Jet and Asmaniac tattoo from Mimosa's brother, Jerry, who calls himself Jerry Jet. How fitting. Connor Long says, I got 2 new jerseys, Tafili and McNamara. You got an Austin McNamara punter jersey? I don't know if Connor's kidding or not, but that's epic. Love it. Ladies and gentlemen, Beast Breakers in the chat. He says, boneless chicken thighs with Big Fella hot sauce. Nice. Big Fella sent Beast some hot sauce. So tonight, Beast will be enjoying some chicken thighs and some fresh pepperoni pizza. Love that. Connor says, nope, I'm not joking. Connor, you're super talented. You're great at what you do. We got to teach you money management. I don't know if spending money on a punter who's never punted in the NFL is the wisest of investments, but we shall see. The Gobblegool says we need more Beast film breakdown. I'll tell you what, Beast did a great job breaking down the Jets opening drive the other day on the show. All right, get your raffle tickets in. What I'm going to do right now is get right back to your calls because we got some great ones on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say hello to
Ricky, New York is my name. Florida State is my game. My internet sucks, call it Jake. When it's time to smoke and debate, the New York Jets are gonna win. My team since I was a kid. My New York Jets are gonna win. I'm Ricky, New York. Don't forget that. Florida State, bitches. New York Jets. We got this shit. It's time to win, baby. Win. Can't wait.
Hey, how's it going, Jake?
Ricky.
I got my New Jersey on too. I'm definitely ready for tonight's game. Looking forward to it.
Is that Easy Thomas, Ricky?
Absolutely.
Love it. Turn it around. Let's see. Let's see the full thing. Yeah, love it.
At any rate, so you're doing another watch party tonight. Like that for me. I get so jealous seeing all the Asmaniacs and everybody get to come together and hang out at these events, and I can never make it because I live so far away. You think you could help me out with that? Do you think there's any way you could have Nick Shine come and pick me up so I could make it to your watch party?
Well, let me make this clear. You are not related in any way to Big Cho, right?
No, I am not.
Then I think Nick Shine would be happy to drive down to Tampa to pick you up for a future Asmaniac watch party.
Awesome. I look forward to that for sure.
Of course you do.
You know what? I'm looking for a good performance from our team tonight, and I think our O-line is going to hold up well. I know that maybe the practice was a little bit uneven, but you know what? We were just gauging them. That's all it was. Now our guys, they know what the pass rush moves are. They know what their tendencies are, and they're going to be better prepared. So, that Giants D line trying to cut loose on us. You know what's funny to me about that whole thing is like Thibodeau, the guys that's like the least productive out of all their pass rushers is the one that decides to run his mouth. Like, unbelievable. I still remember when lots of Jets fans wanted to draft that guy. And let me tell you what, we did the right thing, having Jermaine instead. We got the better pass rusher out of that deal for sure. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to tonight's game. I want to see our secondary guys in action. I want to see our O-line in action, and looking for a good performance. And yeah, I'm going to say 24-17 Jets. And one of those touchdowns for us being a defensive one.
Nick Shine just wrote in, no smoking in the truck. Good. If so, I got you, Ricky.
Oh, all right. Hell, there we go. The no smoking thing is going to be tough. You may just have to throw and smoke all the way there.
Look, it can be arranged. When there's a will, there's a way, as long as you're not Big Cho.
All right, man. Have a good night, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky NY.
You get the fuck out.
Ricky, thank you. Let's see. Dan King in the raffle for 2. What's up, Dan? Great first call yesterday. Or was that yesterday or 2 days ago? Either way, great call. Here's to a Giants breakdown later. Go Jets. Or beatdown later. Yeah, Giants beatdown. Amen. I don't care if it's preseason. I want to win, baby. Win.
We're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this shit.
All right. Reminder, watch party tonight. Tickets available still. Link in the description. Fields jersey giveaway coming up. Also, I do want to shout out listener Shane. He bought a Garrett Wilson G5 shirt, and then he goes, hey, are you going to make them in youth sizes? I'd love to buy a couple for my kids. And I said, all right, you know what? That's a good idea. So if you want to purchase the popular G5 shirt from my merch store, you can now find both colors available in kid sizing. So go to jakeasman.com. If you're a Patreon user, use that code you get with your membership and you'll save 20% at checkout. Ladies and gentlemen, up next is a guy that has not called the show in a very long time, but he's electric when he has in the past. Let's see if that same electricity is still there. Jams, a.k.a. Justin Spencer, is next. Hello, Jams. Unmute the mic, Jams. Yes, Jams. The mic button, bottom left. Click it. Riveting.
There we go. My bad.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Jams, how are you?
I'm hanging in there, man. Working, but, you know.
Remind the audience what you do for work.
I am a DSP, aka a caretaker, if you will. I take care of people with disabilities.
And how long have you been doing that, Jams?
Oh, 4-ish years, 3.5, 4 years, give or take. Somewhere in there.
Do you consider yourself a hero?
I suppose. Yeah.
Now, any progress on your YouTube show you once discussed?
Sort of. I have some equipment. I'm sort of in between places right now. So once I settle down, I'm going to try to, give it a try.
Fantastic. I'm looking forward to tuning in.
I appreciate that. Yeah. For me, being on camera is nerve-wracking, so it may help with some of my, fear.
I think you're doing a great job.
Cool. I try. So the game.
What game?
I'm going to guess somewhere in between what everybody else predicted. Something like 1724, 2017. Something like that.
Jets win?
Yes. I'm going to say they find a way.
Have you thought about having a co-host on your show?
Yes. I probably could use a co-host, yeah.
Have you considered working with a guy we call Big Cho around here?
Big Cho. Oh yeah, I've seen him a few times.
You guys both have a lot of energy.
Yeah, that could be yeah. That could be a good try.
Maybe we bring in the Lane Train as the third member of the team.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a pretty, Asmaniac enthusiast. I've seen some of his calls before. They're pretty exciting.
He knows the team well.
He does. By the way, shout out to all the Asmaniacs. Clifton, Big Show, King Lowski.
Are you going to shout out all 42,000?
Unfortunately, I don't remember all of them.
You don't remember 42,000?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, Matthew Frank is a detractor of yours, Jams. He says you have the personality of a pet rock. Would you like to respond?
Uh, I suppose I would agree. I don't have the biggest personality.
Barbarossa says this is the most boring call of all time.
I appreciate that. For me,
Have
that's a compliment.
Have you
So,
thought about maybe
I will
giving us like
take
a
that.
jet chant or something? Try and raise the energy.
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I'm outside work, but let me step away for a second so my manager doesn't think I'm a crazy person.
Beastbreaker just called you boring.
Boring? Yeah, I suppose I'm kind of dull. But you know. All right. Jets, Jets.
One more time, Jams. Louder.
All right. Jets, Jets.
Yeah. Love the passion, Jams.
Appreciate it.
Look, keep calling, keep bringing the passion, the energy, and I think you're well on your way.
I appreciate that. Hopefully, in the future, I can do this or something similar.
Barbarossa says, okay, there we go. No longer a boring call.
Look, I guess if you listen to the Asmaniacs, they're always right. By the way, I seen that guy with the Jets and the Asmaniac tattoo. That's pretty gnarly.
Are you gonna get one as well?
I actually do want a new tattoo. I'll consider it.
Okay.
Um,
How about a Jams chant? Jams. Jams. Did we lose him?
here. You want me to do it? All right. Jams. Jams. How's that?
Oh, that was outstanding.
All right. Cool thing. I hope your, event tonight is exciting. I hope you get a lot of people. Everybody comes out, has a great time. And obviously, Jets win.
Do you think that there'll be a lot of energy at this event? More energy or less energy than your call?
I would say probably more energy. I'll try to work on my energy and or personality a little bit.
Okay.
For calls in the future.
Keep calling in, all right, Jams? I mean, it's been months since we last heard from you.
That's true. It's been a while. We'll call in some more whenever I have time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jams.
You get the fuck out.
Now that's an electric call, folks. Passion, everything you want. OG Jet fan. Tommy says Jets are going to whoop some Giants ass tonight. Can't wait. Great show, Jake. Hope all the Asmaniacs have a great time at T-Squared. Let's go, Jets. Real quick, the Dream is called back in. Dream, what did you make of that last call there?
No, the problem was my boss called me and I had to get off the phone. So,
what was it like talking to your boss in your current state?
well, it's a small business. He's aware of my behaviors, right?
She's aware that you
No,
enjoy a good beverage?
he.
Oh, he.
Yeah, he's also a partaker in
Are you smoking indoors there, Dream?
Yeah, well, it's my house, right? Well, why not, right?
You have windows open?
No, it's my house. Do what I want.
That's right.
Do you believe in? Check it out. Do you believe in Sasquatch?
Do I believe in Sasquatch?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, all right. I think he wears a number 57 Kyle Clifton jersey, right?
Wouldn't it be number 59?
57 or 59. One of them two, right?
Oh, okay.
Maybe you can get. I saw. I saw this dude on the Browns. There was a funny Browns jersey where he had Shador. It was Sanders on the top, and every quarterback the Browns had underneath instead of numbers, and all the way up and down the sleeves. And there was a couple Jet quarterbacks on there too. Believe, yeah.
I like how your glasses are crooked there, Dream.
Well, I mean, it's broken on this side. Well, this one works, right? See?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, let me go like that. You don't need them both, right?
Hey, what's your take on the moon landing, by the way?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
You think it happened?
Perhaps.
Okay.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm a Sasquatch guy, so I mean, I like the idea of a giant, hairy man running through the woods over the moon or over the moon land over the moon landing. All right,
Yeah, I got you.
Maybe Kyle Clifton runs through the woods.
Maybe he does.
The great Kyle Clifton, not according to his wife though. His wife don't like him for some reason.
Yeah, his wife doesn't think he's great.
I think he's great. I think he's the best.
They're calling you a number 1 seed in Asmaniac Madness already, the Dream. I mean, this is your 3rd ever call, technically. It's pretty impressive.
It's with the yeah, technically yes, 3rd call. Yeah. So what's your pops up to?
You know, I shot him a text that you were on the show. He's not currently watching, but he's going to be all over the replay.
How's the errands? What errands?
He told me he's getting a haircut right now.
Ooh, you gotta get that pompadour. Nice, right?
Oh, yeah.
Does he wear an Asmaniac hat?
He does have an Asmaniac hat.
Why would he put that beautiful hair underneath an Asmaniac? You know who has good hair?
Who?
Mike Francesa.
It does flow nicely.
Right? Yo, when's the last time? Have you ever met the dude in person? Francesa?
I've met Mike before.
Did his silver locks just almost like blow you out of the room? That dude, I grew up in the Northeast, right? But I mean, and Mike Francis, he's a legend. He is what he is, right? And he hates the Jets. I love listening to, who's this guy?
Mama face the dog face the banana patch. Dream. I was going my dream too. Yeah.
You have a dream too?
I'm dreaming. Yeah, dream too. Yeah. Smoking in the house is good. I'm trying to find the other piece of my glasses and broke off.
Wow, you.
I'm a fan, Boba.
Huh?
Huh?
Where's your pipple? Huh?
Pedro in find him somewhere. He is on the ground. He's running on the dog bone.
How do you
Well,
how do you have a pair of glasses just like me, bro?
multiverse. The multiverse.
Multiverse.
My
All
dog.
right, this guy's pretty good.
I'm pretty good too.
Who do you think is going?
Guys, back off the booze though, pal.
What do you think is What do you think Zach Wilson's up to?
I'm not a fan of Zach Wilson. Not a fan.
Did you see that Zach Wilson throw when he
Goddamn
dropped it right
throw.
at his feet, bro?
They're like oh, Jake, Dream?
That was me yesterday. So who's this guy?
Dream. I had a dream. It wasn't.
Oh no, I'm worried about Dream 2. Dream 1, what do you think?
Multiverse.
Yeah.
Is this guy all right? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I gotta lay off the sauce, man.
Sauce Gardner?
The sauce. You know the sauce. You have the sauce. I gotta lay off the sauce. My glasses. I need new glasses. Oh, fuck. Oh, my glasses. My glasses. Can't see, goddammit.
So the dream no, you're not the dream. What's up with what do you think of J2 Feely on the floor?
It's good.
He's good?
Yeah.
Think what do you think? You think he's number 2 besides Quinn?
I think he's good.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like I'm gonna throw up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not good.
I shouldn't have had that last drink.
How are you gonna stay up for the game tonight when you're feeling like that?
Oh, I'll be fine by then. I have to find my cigarette because I might burn the house down.
Where's Purple Belt Mike?
About Mike? Well, he's got a problem about wife. He doesn't need to talk to us.
I was actually when I was driving my truck the other day, I was singing the Purple Belt Mike theme song. And that shit was catchy.
I can't find the up. I can't get up.
Dude, you're way worse than me. Yeah.
The Dream 1, the Dream 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this show it's not like anything I've ever experienced. My God. Welcome to the tournament, the Dream. Well done by Gator. And get ready for a Dream intro, the likes of which we might never experience anything like again. God. Frankie L with a super chat. I got one last great caller on the line here. Won't be able to watch the game or call in today because of work in college. I want to see some Fields to Wilson connection. Let's go Jets. Games on NFL Network if you're at a market, Frankie. And I think you could stream it on the Jets website too, someone said. So maybe you could sneak a peek or record it. Keep in mind, to be determined on if the post-game show will be tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. I'm going to see what happens here at T-Squared and how late we're out. But ladies and gentlemen, a guy who will be watching the game on his channel with Dylan Terriman is Nick Shine. And Nick Shine joins us now. Hello, Nick.
You're horrible to me. You're absolutely horrible. You don't see me in the back saying, don't let me follow that call. Don't go to me.
Oh,
How do you follow that?
Well, you just be you, baby. You're Nick Shine. I'll tell you how you follow that. You tell everyone you're going to pick up Big Cho from the airport.
Ricky, I'm on my way to Florida, buddy. I got a nice rocking chair. We'll put it in the back of the pickup bed for you. So, I missed the beginning of the show, but obviously you're gaining steam. I wanted to ask you, who are the couple of players you're looking forward to tonight? Who are you looking to see if they could duplicate last week or maybe get better from last week's game?
Well, I think I'd love to see just the starting offense in general continue to build on what they did. Mason Taylor, if he plays, someone I'm highlighting, a guy from last week. I mean, is Tafili going to have anything close to an encore? Also, I'd love to see Garrett Wilson get involved because he only got targeted once and it was incomplete. So get him going. And let's see if they're going to get something going with the running attack again. Do we see Brees used out of the backfield as a receiver? Braylon Allen's going to get some carries. I'm just very intrigued by the offense in general going up against this Giants D-line.
Nice. I apologize again. I can't make tonight. Dylan and I will be doing the stream later on. I will shoot you the link if you have a minute to call in. That would be great. We had some surprise guests calling in last week, so I'll obviously add you if you have a minute. But being there the other day and watching Membu, I want to see improvement tonight, right? Like, I think you're going to see a game plan that has a tight end, maybe help and chip, whether it's Beck, Rucker. You're going to see maybe the pocket move a little bit and some designed rollouts. You're going to want to get Fields out of there now that they can hit him because it didn't hold up well the other day. It was a great concern. And, Arian Smith, they've been making a point to get him the ball, whether it's been, over the middle, deep. They're trying time and time again. So I want to see if Arian Smith and even Brandon Smith, the Smiths, if they can make their way up to the ones and be consistent out there and get the ball against ones. So it's listen, it's only preseason, but we're essentially a startup offense with the quarterback. We got to see progress. We want to see the line improve after what we saw this week, and we want to see Fields be a more efficient passer. Not everything can be a little check down. Not everything can be, you got to make that 12, 15-yard post to Garrett at times, and he's got to be able to get it there in time where he can split the safety and go. Many other teams do this. Many other teams have a in-rhythm passing attack, and it's one move and the guy can go. Garrett can do that. We just got to find ways to get him the ball, and that's the next level I'm looking at for Fields. He's got the checkdowns down. Well, for the most part, some of those were sloppy the other day, but just keep getting better every week, right? Every week, do something new, whether it's something Engstrand wants to pinpoint and improve upon, or I want to see Brees get running too. He didn't look well last week.
Something in the downfield passing game. I like it. Could be Arian Smith. It could be right. It's not, like I'd love to see Fields have a couple plays outside the hashes. By the numbers.
Yeah, no, and Membu's great in the run. He's very good in the run. If he can ever get his pass blocking to where his run blocking is, you're looking at it like an all-pro type of right tackle. They ran behind him time and time again last week.
He was really good in the game last week against the Packers in pass blocking. He was 10 out of 10 and not allowing pressures in the 10 dropbacks.
Yeah, but Brian Burns is a different animal than what the Packers were throwing at him, right?
For sure.
And Burns was feasting on Wednesday.
But you know what? Burns is paid like a guy that should be able to dominate a rookie in a joint practice. You know what I mean? That's why it's like I'm not going to freak out over that. Like, it's all good learning experience for a rookie who needs these reps against the elite to get ready for the season. He's got TJ Watt week 1, so you got to be ready.
Yeah, and that's been my thing, right? Like, you got to expose him, and Burns is doing that. And now Glenn has been all about the staff coaching players up and fixing problems and the opportunity to coach. You've been given that with Membu. So it's a nice challenge for the offensive line coach, who's a former tight end coach. And let's see what he does.
I'm excited, Nick. I really am.
Me too, man. I think we're going to be okay. I know how New York does everything. I think defense and running game can still win. We just got to find Fields' comfort zone. Engstrand and Fields have to connect and figure out what does he like to do in situations, what throws are he comfortable with, and then ride that wave. Also, on the dream, he called in last week during the game stream. Do you know what he does for a living?
He drives a truck.
He drives a propane truck. Not just a truck, a missile, a bomb, basically. So I said, what do you do for a living? Or I think Dylan asked, what do you do for a living? He goes, I drive a propane truck. I'm like, well, that's the scariest thing I've ever heard.
Well, I mean, obviously the dream is not drinking Sailor Jerry as he's moving and grooving in the truck.
If you're on a 48-hour binge, man, that ain't out of your shit Monday morning. That is not out of your system come Monday morning.
I think the dream is as sober as one can be when driving the truck.
What if he's like the opposite of Superman? Like when he gets drunk, the glasses break. Like, you know, when Superman's Clark Kent, everything's prim and proper. He's the opposite. He gets drunk, he just goes broken glasses. What if we get him to call in on a Monday morning for you? And like he's like prim and proper at work, like drives in like a shirt and tie and hands at 10 and 2.
Man, at least the dream's employed.
This is true. Very good point, my friend. That's why you're the top dog.
He's employed, and he will not be on Mount Unemployment.
J-O-B, job, job, job.
Nice. Have a great event tonight. Enjoy the game. Again, I'm sorry I can't be there, but give Bonesy a big hug for me. He was in tears. He texted me in tears the other day when he found out that I wasn't coming. I had to apologize to him and you.
Very sad.
It is. And can you put my $2 super chat towards Gator's new reading glasses, please? He's asking for that. I saw Rick Kent before. It's a Chris Stapleton hat. Goes with the shirt. It's a Chris Stapleton hat. I was at the concert at the Garden. Yeah, great show.
When did he play there? Last night?
He played there the 26th.
Nice.
He was there Friday the 25th and Saturday 20th. We went to the show on the 26th. Tremendous.
I've seen Stapleton at the Houston Rodeo a couple years ago. He's excellent.
Yeah, I've never heard anybody sing like that in person. It's the third time we saw him. But have a great time. Let's go, Jets. Most important, no injuries at the event, or JJ fell last year with the soccer ball. No injuries at the event or at the game. So, as Maniacs, have a great time tonight. If you're on YouTube and you're around, check out me and Dylan on my show. We'll be doing the stream. We'll be taking calls. And maybe Mr. Asman will find a minute to call in and give us his taste. Little tease.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Shot.
You get the fuck out.
Good call there by Nick. Big fella with a super chat. He could be the last person to enter our raffle, which is coming up in moments. Jake, I hope you and the Asmaniacs have a great time tonight. I will be there in spirit and we'll be watching from Twin Peaks in Knoxville. Time to whoop some ass, some Giants ass at LFG. Twin Peaks a good spot. They have them in Houston when I lived down there. I've done radio shows from their venue before. Big fella, you're the man. You will certainly be missed. Okay, here's what we're going to do right now. We're going to spin the wheel of champions and find out which Asmaniac is going to win a Justin Fields jersey. But before we spin the wheel of champions, I need a little time to finalize the list of names for our raffle. So, ladies and gentlemen, short clip, and then we spin the wheel. Here we go.
And this is my nanny, babysitter, assistant, helper lady.
Hello.
Hello.
She goes to Oklahoma.
Morgan, how long have you been a nanny to Decker?
3 years. Since 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
You and Gary's wife have done a great job because there's no way Decker turned out the way she did because of Gary. I'm just catching up on some of the comments here, and this is for everyone. You know who you are.
Calm your
freaky down. Just saying. Eric says, good thing Jake didn't put Bobby on. Could you imagine? Some of these comments, man. Jake, you don't want to read the comments. Oh, it's true. I can't even read these comments, man. You guys are terrible. Gary, what are your thoughts on everyone seemingly being a big fan of your nanny?
She's fantastic. She's the best.
She is. That she is.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the time. Gary's nanny needs her own emoji. This chat is going wild today, folks. All right. Richard Todd is watching the show in delay, says, just saw Gary's nanny. Interesting. What's so interesting about it? Top Cat says we need Scott to normalize the chat again. Ricky NY is up next. Hello, Ricky.
Okay, did you lose me?
What's up, Ricky?
At any rate, I will be calling back soon with different Wi-Fi.
You're the man, Ricky. All right, ladies and gentlemen, It's time.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
The music's playing. Only one Asmaniac can win the prize of all prizes, a Justin Fields jersey in the color of your choice. If you don't win Monday's raffle, you got a chance to win 3 more prizes. And shout out to the Lane Train who's here, who just wrote in, how do you feel about the Jets? Good luck to all. Reminder, asmanjake at Gmail, if you win with your name, the size, and the color you want it in, plus your address. You don't do that, I don't know where I'm sending it. Here we go. Good luck. The winner of a Fields jersey on Jet Game Day is David Atkins. David won a Joe Namath jersey on the show during a weekly raffle a few weeks back, and now the current quarterback of the New York Jets, Justin Fields. Congrats to David. He gifted 5 memberships earlier in the show, and that was enough for him to be our big winner during today's live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for David in the chat, and thank you, David, for your continued support of our show. Thank you to everyone who tuned in today. Wild show. Before we go, we can confirm from Snowball himself that Purple Belt Mike's pool is, in fact, still green. Many have doubted the color of PBM's backyard pool. But, folks, I'm here to tell you right now, we can confirm it is green. So if you doubted it, shame on you. Because that pool is green, baby.
Purple Belt Mike, he loves the Dark Knight. He's got a green pool and he jumps right in. Maybe someday he'll get a brown belt, but for now he's just that Purple Belt Mike. Purple Belt Mike, it might be purple, but he can still kick your dirty ass.
You see it there, it's green. Shout out to Snowball and PBM for the joint call earlier on the show. All right, I will see so many of you at our event tonight. Someone actually just bought a ticket as I'm talking here. Cape Tin Miller just purchased a ticket for tonight's watch party. So let's have some fun. Bring anyone you want. Giants fans are invited, of course. It's a Jet Giant watch party, so feel free if you have any Giants fans, if they want to join, they certainly can. It's preseason, so hopefully the biggest thing that happens tonight is no injuries on either side. No major injuries. You never want to root for that. On that note, again, thank you to everyone who makes the show special. You guys are the best. Love all of you. We'll be back either tonight with a post game or first thing tomorrow. If you're a Patreon user, check the Discord for updates on the plan. See you guys tonight. And as always, JETS, 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 Jets. Here's a clip that you must watch to get you hyped up for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy.
Excuse me, miss. I need to return this damn child. He's no good. Sometimes a child just is no good. Take his one back.
If it moves, hit it. If it don't move, hit it. And if you're not sure, guess what? Hit it. Jets, Jets, Jets.
You're a degenerate gambler, and you're in your mid-50s. Who bets on the Jets? Have you not learned anything about betting? The Jets are going to come back. No, they're not. They're never going to come back. They're never going to come back.
Hey, Bills Mafia! You're in the wrong stadium, you friggin' a-hole!
You guys football fans? I think the Pats could take the conference this year. I mean, the Dolphins are overrated and the Jets are choke artists.
I wouldn't say that, Mr. Deeds.
Why is that, though?
You own the Jets, Deeds.
I do? Whoa. That sucks.
You think that scares me? I'm not scared of you, you pansy.
Yeah, I'll put my whole fist through your face, you friggin' a-hole.
Hey, keep moving, you hump!
Who do you want to win?
The goddamn Jets.
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.